What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb today. Many of you black men are not gonna like this, and some of you black women are not gonna like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain myself. We have people in the black community who participate in what is called interracial relationships. That I don't care about. If you're a person, you like white men or white women, God bless you. May God keep you. It's none of my business. I don't even care what your sexuality is. But now when you come on the internet radios, and this is, me as a very hardcore pro-black, and don't get me wrong, I'm in the manosphere too, but more or less so much so hard body pro-black. Like, I live this lifestyle every day. Like, I'm in, when I'm in America, I'm deep in black American. When I'm in Africa, I'm in Africa. I'm like by the goats and stuff sometimes, and the power going out. I'm really living what I'm talking about. It's not just I'm living what I'm talking about, right? And then you get these guys out here, Shannon Sharpes, Van Jones, Byron Allen. And I don't have a problem with these people, but now these people are in interracial relationships historically. And all the time when you look at them, they pretend to be with the black community, but they always defend everybody else but blacks. Jason Williams is the only black person that I can really count on right now that's with a white person that always defends black people. That's why I like the brother, but very rarely does that happen. Now, let me get back to Van Jones. Van Jones is the typical black apologist on the left. Very talented, intelligent man, went to Vanderbilt Law School, got a lot of respect for his professional work. But historically, as a black activist, no. He's a typical person that shows up like Al Sharpton when there's black dysfunction, some black man gets killed by the police. There's Van Jones. But Van Jones is the epitome of what the black brain drain is. A black man who doesn't have a black mind, like Shannon Sharpe. You talk about black issues, but you don't have a black mind. You don't work with the community of people to develop your people that gain power. You are employed by those people who destroy blacks, liberals, Democrats. And you always come to the defense of others instead of your own people, and then castigate your own people to the folks that you're trying to protect, who very well have evidence, clearly, of them doing certain things to black people. So when blacks make comments about, as Umar calls them, the untouchable community, there's evidence against that proves what these people are saying. But when you're dealing with them, it don't matter if you right, they just shut you up. But here's Van Jones, sticking up for a community of people who you're trying to say that you are a voice of black people. And see, this is why they have this song in church that says, Lord, I'm running, trying to make 100, 99 and a half, just won't do. Sometimes you call it lukewarm. Okay. And I know that I'm pretty balanced and fair on certain things and certain issues, but let's just go ahead and jump all the stuff in the pot here. Now, I'm critical of Kyrie and Kanye, not from the untouchable community, but because I think they're frauds. But Van Jones is definitely a fraud. And so what Van Jones is doing, because allegedly he may have had an affair with Kim Kardashian, so to kind of save face here, what he's saying, he's calling out Kanye West. Fair enough. Want to call out Kanye West? Kanye West is weird. You don't like the guy? Fine. But see, what Van Jones is trying to do is, in front of the untouchable community, he's talking about how he had a godmother who was a part of the untouchable community, rather, and they want to work with this particular community to end racism. And basically, a lot of African Americans are on Twitter being disrespectful to that certain community, and African Americans should know better than that. But when there evidence is of the other way around, you don't hear Van Jones, do you? No, you don't. And I know why. Let's leave the untouchable community alone, because it could be anybody else, okay? My gripe today isn't with them. My gripe is the habits of Van Jones. Now, let's talk about this, if we will. I always tell you, who somebody dates and marries reveals a lot about what's on their mind and where their psyche is. That's just me. If you marry somebody that's not outside of your community, it's very hard for you to listen and talk to me about how much you love black people. You can't really be in the struggle like that, brother, because you already made the biggest anti-commitment to the black community by who you marry. That doesn't make anything racist, but that's how most groups look at it. If you guys don't believe me, look at Indians. Because you know black people want to have the right to swirl and then have a right to be the leader in the black struggle. And very few people have done that. I'm looking at you, Kwame Nkrumah, with your Egyptian wife, who's Arab, by the way. Very few people can do that. And don't, usually. But now, this brother here, he don't never deal with anybody black as far as a black woman. And when it comes to black power and black ownership, Van Jones is never involved in those conversations because that's not what he does. Van Jones was a black apologist for black dysfunction, keeping black people where they're at. And he don't like black folks, but he wants to be a part of the conversation and speak up for a community clearly that he doesn't represent. He don't even have that particular experience. Everybody black, I don't think got the black. I know that sounds crazy, right? Everybody black may not have the black experience so much so. Van Jones is, just like Cory Booker in many ways. Privileged, nothing wrong with that. Went to Vanderbilt, just like Cory Booker went to Harvard. Parents at IBM. Your actions don't build the black community. And when it comes to defending and working with your people, you don't care anything about that. In fact, you're against your people. And that's why I say these people who have these other relationships, they let the black community know how they're going to turn out. And again, I don't have anything wrong with interracial dating, but just look at how they behave, how they move. Shannon Sharpe. Look at Shannon Sharpe in the Skip Bayless conversation, which really showed where Shannon Sharpe was at. And I get it. I understand that Deion wanted to leave. And I know that we're apathetic as a group. We don't want to pay anybody in the black community. I get that. But when it came to talk about building up Jackson State as a program and staying there, Shannon Sharpe was against that. Shannon Sharpe was against black ownership. The white man's ice is colder for Shannon. That's how he thinks. And his women are colder. But Shannon will talk black for views if there's dysfunction or discrimination getting by. But it's never to put black in an equal or the same level as whites. It's a black apologist talk. Van Jones is a black apologist. And you wonder how you're going to get somewhere with black apology talking points. It's not possible. Black apology talking points don't build communities. Going on the offensive, dedicating your people, giving skills to your people, giving resources to your people, constantly building it takes time. It's a 15, 20, 25-year plan. Those are the conversations that Van Jones never has, never will have. And at any given point, he wants to keep the other groups in power that do have those conversations and keeping us at the level of apologizing and being dysfunctional. That's what Van Jones wants to do. And for those of you who vote for Democrats, there you go. Their job is to keep the other groups in their culture in power over us while they beg from the crumbs of their table and beg to sleep with their daughters, as far as in relationships, while giving us no power. Y'all better watch who y'all voting for. Because anybody who don't talk black ownership, anybody who don't talk about raising standards of the black community, anybody who not talking about black people working together to build what they see, they don't have a black mind. And yet they're out here trying to speak on our behalf. You don't even love our community. What are you talking about? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.